can't wait to leave my parents' house. Gather around this table. As a lady, can you leave your parents' house before marriage, even if you are sitting in the same city? How did you manage to convince them that you want to stay alone, you want to do this, you want to do that? Or you already left? Are you regretting your decisions? Or you feel like maybe I shouldn't have left, or I could have done better? Gather around this table. I have gist for you. Hello guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Ife Oluwa. You can call me the Lady Ife. I'm filming from Ibadan, Nigeria. As you can see in this video, we're talking about all the teas around leaving your parents' house. So join me. If this is the first time you're coming here, I'll say thank you so much for coming here. Please do not forget to subscribe to my channel, like this video, share, and drop your comment in the comment section below. Thank you. So let's get started. Let's go there. So the very first question I would like to ask you, when you say that you want to leave your parents' house, is this: what is your motive? Yes, because at times in this stage that we have, we tend to just do things out of emotions, out of these people, they are frustrating me, these people, they don't understand me, they do this, they do that, and all like that. So I think you need to question your motive again, that okay, you feel like leaving your parents' house. Why do you want to leave? You are giving different excuses. Are your excuses genuine? Ask yourself that question. Pause. Tell me in the comment section why you want to leave your parents' house. Just tell me. I'll send you a reply. Before I continue, I need to tell you that, do you know that leaving your parents' house is completely different from probably schooling outside home? Probably you're in a university that is outside your city or your state or even the country. That does not automatically mean that you've completely left your parents' house. Leaving your parents' house is a decision that you make intentionally, not because you just feel like, okay, I'm in the university, so automatically I've left my parents' house. Because your parents' house, really, living entails so many things, more than you know. It involves you having to weigh your decision a lot of times and be sure that you really want to do that. So after questioning your motive, you already feel like you've left your parents' house, ask yourself very well, have I really left, or maybe I'm just outside their covering for now and it's making you feel like you've left. Yes, there are some people that they are outside their parents' covering and somehow they are not coming back again. For example, now if they are schooling outside your country, for example, most likely they won't come back to your parents' house. Most likely. That means that some people might still decide to come back to their parents' house, but it's most likely that even when you are going back home, you are preparing to set up yourself, attend to other situations, and you might be thinking, okay, maybe I'm not going to stay in my parents' house, but for a while, there's no big deal. You can stay with them while you make sure that other plans are in place. So to continue, let me tell you why you should not leave your parents' house. I hear a lot of things like, my parents are frustrating me, my parents don't understand my kind of work, my parents are this, my parents are that, blah blah blah. And I'm wondering that, yeah, the truth of the matter is I'm not here to judge you. I've been like that before. Yes, I've been like that before, where I just feel like, oh, maybe my parents, they don't understand me, they don't understand the kind of work I do, they don't understand the kind of environment I need, they're always doing this, they're always doing that. But at the same time, before going too far into that, I had to sit myself down and consider my options, weigh my options, think deep, and ask myself that, why am I really leaving? Why do I really want to leave? So the number one thing that should not be a reason for you to leave your parents' house is house chores. Hey, oh my God, you'll be surprised that some people actually want to leave their parents' house because of house chores. Mommy is always disturbing me. Dad is always disturbing me. I'm gonna clean. I'm gonna cook. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna mow the grass. I'm gonna do this one. That is not a good reason to leave. That is the truth of the matter. In case you don't know, house chores is a no-no. House chores is not a reason why you should leave your parents' house at all. Another reason why you should not leave your parents' house is conflict. I understand perfectly that generational clashes occur. I know, no doubt. I've been there. Generational clashes occur. They do not understand you. They don't get what you are saying. They don't get what you are doing. They don't really understand you, and you feel like, this is my parents' generation. They are so different. And as far Generation Z that you are, you want to japa from your parents' house. It doesn't work like that. If that's the reason why you are leaving, empty kitchen will chase you back home. Fine, I understand that there are times that conflict will be a reason why you have to sit down and think, well, that how is this relationship? Is it toxic? Am I doing this? Am I doing things right? Am I doing that right? Yes, it can make you think, but it should not be a reason why you should leave. You should solve the conflict, resolve the issue, and work things around before you think that you want to move. But because you had a fight with your parents today, they don't understand you, and you just feel like you want to leave, that's a very wrong reason. My dear, do not leave because of that. Number 3, another reason why you should not leave your parents' house untimely is false sense of independence. Oh my God, I see this a lot. A lot of people feel like I can be by myself. I am on my own. I can take care of myself. I have a job that is paying well. I have this. These people should just get out. I don't just want to stay with them again. I am a man. I am man enough. I am human enough. I am whatever enough to do this. No. That's not right. I don't think we should do that. If you feel like you are independent enough to leave them, question your motive, like I said the other time. And again, check yourself well. Ask for a mentor's help. Ask for a friend's help. Do they really think that you are independent? Do they really think that you can survive by yourself? Do they really think that now you are okay to do these things? Do you have all it takes? Physically, spiritually, emotionally, financially. The town is not smiling. Do you have what it takes to live? So don't have a false sense of independence. Do your homework very well. Yes, carry out your assignment. Be sure that you are not going about with a false sense of independence, and truly you are independent before leaving. Another reason why you should not leave is because of lack of accountability. Just like the other point I gave is false sense of independence, I feel like lack of accountability is another reason why people leave. I don't want them to ask me where I'm coming from. At least if I'm staying by myself, they will not ask me that where have you been all morning. They will not ask me that where have you been all night. They will not ask me, oh my God, the truth of the matter is, if you want to be successful in this life, if you want to make a name for yourself, if you want to leave a legacy, there is nobody that left a legacy in this world. There is nobody that has made it in this world without accountability. And the truth of the matter is, if you feel like you don't want to be accountable to your parents, there are more people you can be accountable to in this life that are more than your parents. If you have a mentor, there are times that you even get to fear your mentor more than your parents, because the sense of accountability is so high that if you don't even want to mess it up. Yes. So if you feel like you don't want to be accountable to your parents and that's why you want to leave home, then I think you have to consider the fact that you have other people to be accountable to. So don't think that I don't want to be accountable to my parents alone and I want to leave their house. No, that's not it. If you have good friends, they can keep you in check. Your mentor, they are there to keep you in check. Your religious leader, your pastor, they are there to keep you in check. So accountability does not come only from your parents. Do not have a false sense of independence so much that you now feel like you don't have to be accountable to anybody. No matter the height you think you have achieved in this life, you have to have somebody that you're accountable to, and that is what keeps you going. Because what? You know what? Even your mentor has a mentor. Your mentor's mentor has a mentor. Your mentor's mentor has a mentor too. That's the way it is. Do not leave because you don't want to be accountable to your parents. That's not a good reason. The last bad reason to leave your parents' house is you love this, your spouse, your fiancé, your boyfriend, your girlfriend so much that you feel like, I just want to stay with them. And most likely you know that your parents are not going to take that from you. So you feel like, let me just leave my parents' house. I'll be staying with my boyfriend. He can take care of me. I'll be staying with my girlfriend. We'll be fine. We'll be alright. Please, you don't want to make that mistake. I hope I get to film another video about this cohabiting of a thing. But please do not leave your parents' house because of cohabitation. Thank you. One of the reasons why I feel like you should leave, good reasons to leave your parents' house, is when your environment is toxic. If you have a toxic environment, please count your cost, weigh your options, and if you see that it is very reasonable for you to leave your parents' house, leave. I understand that we have toxic environment everywhere, and at times I know that some parents can actually be toxic. Your environment, maybe the things you see around you, is not encouraging you, it's dictating so many things into you. At this point, I think I need to tell you a story. One of the reasons, not one of the reasons why I left my parents' house, but at a point when I was gathering gathering courage to tell them that I wanted to leave, and I was trying to weigh my options. Should I leave? Should I stay? Should I do this? Should I do that? I realized something. I saw that my parents are not toxic, but I saw toxicity in my environment. In the sense that, okay, let me give you a gist. Okay, let me pick, let's talk about relationship. For example, you see that you are so much passionate about the family, and by all means you want to have a different family, and there's a family around you that is always putting things into you one way or the other. My dear, just make sure that you do everything possible to just silence the voice that is coming from that area. I remember that in my area there's this I have these people that I think maybe around 10 a.m. or 10 sorry I said 10 a.m. maybe around 10 p.m. 12 p.m. you can just wake up from sleep and start hearing sound, big curses, start saying nonsense things that I cannot begin to say on camera, and I'll be like, that's a family. The man can come home drunk and he'll start to curse his children, curse his wife, say that he's going to send them packing. And I'm like, what kind of model is this man giving to his children? So if you are that kind of child and you feel like you are so passionate about the family and your parents are not encouraging you, what are your options? Because the truth of the matter is you already have a baggage, either you like it or not. You already have a baggage, and you need to deal with that baggage if you want to have a successful home. So that is just by the way in relationship aspect. There are other aspects. So you feel like you want to be financially free and everything around you is against it. People are not encouraging around. Everybody's poor. There's poverty everywhere. You can smell it in the air. I think you might want to leave. If you feel your environment is toxic and it's not really giving you what you want, then I think that you should consider leaving. But that should not be your only reason. Another reason why I know that people actually leave their parents' house is when they get a new job. Okay, maybe you want to leave your parents' house when you get a new job outside your city, or you know that the distance is very far and it's not a financially wise decision. You can also leave your parents' house. But even before you leave your parents' house, you have to be sure that you are ready. You have to take time. You don't get a job and just leave like that. Maybe for like a month, 2 months, 3 months, you still stay around, gather money, gather funds, gather all the emotional support you need before leaving. Then you can now take the step to leave your parents' house when you know that yes, you are fully settled. Also, another reason why people leave their parents' house is because of marriage. Yes, I know that a lot of men, they do that, and even some ladies too, they feel like, okay, they are getting close to that age and they feel to get their sense of independence back and they can leave their parents' house at that point. Using myself as an example, I remember when I wanted to leave my parents' house and I told my dad I was leaving. At first, my dad was like, okay, there's no problem. Would you like to stay here? Would you like to stay here? I'm like, okay, that place is far. I'll still be spending a lot. It's almost not different from coming from this place. So my house was very far from my area, and the truth of the matter is I was spending more than half of my salary on transport fare, and it wasn't a wise decision. So I had to tell them that I want to leave because of the financial implication on me and the stress and all. So they were like, okay, it's fine. But the day I finally got an apartment and I told my father that I wanted to leave, Daddy, I know that you watch this. Okay. My dad was like, no, you cannot leave. You cannot leave your parents' house. You will soon get married. I think you should only leave when it's about 3 months to your wedding so that you will learn how to do things by yourself. And I'm like, Daddy, I should leave 3 months to my wedding. So after so many back and forth, don't worry, I'll still give you the gist later. After so many back and forth, we were able to agree and I was able to leave. So marriage is another reason why people leave. Please tell me in the comment section below why you want to leave your parents' house. Let's talk about it. And on a final note, please do not allow your comfort zone to hold you back. I know a lot of people, they just want to stay in their comfort zone, and that is why they are not leaving their parents' house. Well, if it's good for you, congratulations, that's very fine. But if you know that you are supposed to leave, the environment is toxic, but you are just like, you are so comfortable here, step out of your comfort zone. Please, step out of your comfort zone. Step out of your comfort zone. Please, do that. Do not allow your fears to hold you back. Do not allow comfort to hold you back. You actually need to take a step and move out. Then that is when you realize what you've been missing when you don't move out, and that is when you realize that you can be much more better than you are now. But if your parents' house is very comfortable for you, why not just stay there? Absolutely amazing. As long as you are still the person you want to be, it's fine. It's very fine. Thank you. So in conclusion, I would like to tell us this. You have to consider where you are living, where you are moving to. Consider the kind of apartment you want to get, the kind of environment you are. Consider the costs. If you are moving out from a toxic environment and you are moving to another environment where you know that you are not going to get your peace, there is no point moving. If you are moving from an environment where there are a lot of disturbances in the atmosphere, noises here and there, you have to move to a serene environment, to a place that accommodates you, that helps your creativity and more. So you shouldn't move from one kind of environment because you really did not think well or you didn't weigh your options well and move to a bad apartment. No, that would not be good for you. Remember that most times you end up paying that rent for a year or two or more. So you have to consider that and pick the right place for you. Get the right place. Furthermore, when taking an apartment, you have to consider if it is close enough to your job. Yeah, because I know that a lot of people leave their parents' house because of their job. So you should still not take an apartment where you still have to be spending like half of your salary for transport. You should consider moving to a closer place. And if the closer place to your job is so expensive that it cannot fit into your budget, then you can consider a place that is a bit farther but still not as far as your parents' house, and at the same time it's still comfortable for you to go to work from there. And I know that you're already wondering that I have left my parents' house, already, what are the things for me? Yeah, for people like that, for people that already left their parents' house, I think I have a message for you too, and this is boundaries. Hey, you really don't want to accommodate everybody. You really don't want to allow your house to be open to every Tom, Dick and Harry. No, that's not so right. Set boundaries. Please set boundaries. It helps your creativity, it helps your mindset. You know that you are your mind. Your mindset is everything for you. So if you want to open your mind, if you want to open your apartment, if you want to open your house rather, if you want to open your house to people that will give you a mindset that you know that is destructive to your future, or to people that will make you shift, make you compromise on the standards you are planning to live for yourself, then I think that you really need to consider setting boundaries. And while setting boundaries, please make your standard known. Make your standard known. Do not compromise and bend for everybody. Make boundaries. As much as you want to be accommodating, make boundaries. If you want people to squat with you, let them know that okay, you can only squat with me for 3 months or 2 months. And if you don't want anybody to squat with you, let them know when they are coming around that you want to squat. No, sorry, I don't accommodate people at this point of this time because of this reason or the other, and all like that. So set boundaries. Don't be afraid to stand by it, and you'll be fine. At times, some people don't even, it's not like someone wants to live with them, but the kind of visitor they have, it gives them this, you know, you live in an environment that is very judgmental, and some of your friends can come in and people can begin to perceive you as somebody who is irresponsible, or begin to feel like you are this, you are that. I know you understand what I'm trying to say. So you really have to set boundaries, and even when people are coming to visit you, is there anything you want them to know? For example, now if you are staying in a house where the security is tight, there's dog, and you really don't want the dog or the security men to embarrass your visitors, so you have to let them know when they are visiting, their visiting time, how long they can stay, and every other thing that has to do with them visiting you. So as you are setting boundaries and staying by your boundaries, be accommodating. Do not compromise your standard. Do not compromise your healthy standard. Do not compromise your healthy standard, please. And I know that she will be fine. You'll be fine. At this point, you'll be fine. Yeah, at this point, I think I need to tell you again that drop your comment section below. Please do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you already left your parents' house and there is something that is bothering you want to share, or you feel like people should know this, why not just drop it for me in the comment section? Then we get to talk about it. So in conclusion, I would like to tell you that your why will determine your when, and your when will determine your where. The reason why you want to leave your parents' house will determine when to move, and when to move will determine where you can afford to move to. So please, if you get it wrong in your why, you automatically get it wrong every other aspect. And your why is the most important thing here. Why you should know is very important. Set your motive right, and you'll be good to go. Thank you so much for coming to this video. I still have a lot of this for you. This video is already getting long, so I have to break it, and I'll continue in part 2. There's a part 2 of this video where I get to talk about, I share my story again, then get to talk about the positive side to living. Do I regret leaving my parents' house? Do I feel like going back? Just watch the next video. I'm going to make a part 2. Thank you so much for coming here. Please do not forget to like, share, subscribe, share it to all the youth, share it to everybody you know that this video is going to bless. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye. The decision that you make intentionally, not because that does not automatically translate that. If you already feel like you've left your parents in that, it's just always better that no matter what the conflict or the offenses are, try and reach a consensus before. Is consensus correct? Agreement, Abby? Okay.